Hey y'all, it's Kitti Minx again with another update thingamadoo. I'll try to keep this as short and sweet as possible, just tell you the pertinent information. So you read the title / thumbnail correctly. I am going back to doing some public, very lewd / not safe for work ASMR audios, but they're not going on YouTube. It should be obvious they're not going on YouTube, because YouTube just doesn't allow that kind of stuff, and I don't want my channel to get yeeted, okay? Okay. But if you are an adult, and I do mean an adult as in over the age of 18, and you want to be able to access this stuff, there's a certain hub website out there that does allow such content, and I'm going to be uploading some audios onto there. These are audios that I'm only making for that platform, though Patreon is going to get them a day early in full as HD as I can render the files. So they get access to that to, have and listen to over and over again and get just like a little bit of exclusive stuff to it. And then a less HD version, still the same audio, not cropped or cut or anything, just not in full HD, is going up on the hub. And the version on the hub will also include the needed disclaimers and things that a lot of ASMR role players are doing who upload on there, because despite the nature of the website, they are pretty strict in terms of content they allow these days. And while they do seem to be a bit more permissive to ASMR, and their algorithm doesn't suppress it as much as YouTube does now, they still have their rules about what kinds of situations and scenarios you can upload. So you gotta have disclaimers, basically saying like, hey, this is fictional, it's a roleplay, all characters are adults, yada yada yada. So it includes my disclaimers. So the intros are a little bit longer than they are on YouTube because of just needing to put that on there. But if you can handle a minute of disclaimer and intro before getting to the juicy stuff, and again, you're an adult, feel free to head on over to the hub. I am Kitti Minx ASMR on that site. If you see a regular Kitti Minx account, it's not me. I may have made one a long time ago, but I think I never got verified, so it's probably deleted. But my verified profile is Kitti Minx ASMR. And surprise, surprise, I am monetized on that site now, so views and ad revenue makes me money over the course of time. So if you're a grown adult and you want some naughty audios, head on over to the hub and check out Kitti Minx ASMR. And again, patrons get those uploads a day early in more of HD quality. And I'm still doing regular Patreon exclusives. Big difference between the Patreon exclusives and when I'm putting up publicly is ones I'm putting up publicly are going to be on the shorter side, little vignettes as it were, like 20 minutes and under, and I'm going to be really working to keep them under 20 minutes, so as short as I can make them without being too short. Whereas the Patreon exclusives are going to be on the longer side, as in over 20 minutes, likely closer to half an hour or so. And they're going to be a little bit more like creative and naughty and just basically what I've been doing on Patreon, experimenting around with different situations and characters and activities, as it were. Whereas the stuff going up on public platform is going to be a bit more like short, sweet, pretty typical kinds of characters and scenarios, just kind of what you would expect on such a platform. Because I do want to keep in what they allow. I don't want to step on any toes or anything or break rules. I'm trying to put out a good impression, okay? Okay. So, definitely check that stuff out, and do consider supporting me on Patreon if you're able to. Even though I can make money on that public hub site, it's not that great. I don't have that many uploads on there, first of all, and it's just the revenue split is a bit different than other platforms, and also in terms of how they pay out. So, it's been barely even pocket change since I got approved for monetization. So don't think just because someone is monetized on a platform that they're making it big. Okay? So do consider supporting me on Patreon. Again, I put out exclusives. I do a little bit more interaction on there. There's a patron-only Discord server I'm regularly active on, and chit chat and share ideas on. So definitely check that out if you can. I got some cool stuff on there. If you like IRL, not safe for work, 18 plus X-rated content, again, if you're an adult, you can check out my Fansly as well. I can't link to that on YouTube, but you can easily find it via my Twitter. And my Twitter is linked in my video descriptions. So, there you go. And this month on my Fansly, if this is your first month and you've never been a sub on my Fansly before, you can get a subscription for $7.50. That's a little over a 25% discount. But if you are a renewing sub, or you were a sub previously and just let it lapse and you want to get the subscription all over again, you'll have to pay the regular amount. So, just letting y'all know. And also, if you want to access some audios that are of the NSFW nature, I also have them up on my Gumroad. I'm going to be trying to add a few more to my Gumroad for you to purchase, because it's not a subscription site. It's basically you can purchase access to the audios a la carte, as it were. So you can be like, oh, I want this one and this one, and that's it. And that's all you pay for, and all you get to listen to. Instead of a monthly thing where you can access a full library of content. So that's the difference. But I'll be trying to put more stuff up on Gumroad in the future. I do have about 50 or so things on there now, which is a fraction of my full library, obviously. But you can check that out. Again, I can't link to Gumroad on YouTube. YouTube stopped allowing it a while ago. I don't know exactly why, considering stuff is paywalled, just like on Patreon, but it is what it is. But you can find it either via the pinned tweet on my Twitter, or just by going to my website, kittyminxasmr.com. It's linked on the very front page. Just go to my front page, kittyminxasmr.com, and it's right there. Go to my Gumroad. So, lots of ways to get NSFW 18 plus naughty content from me. Though, a few things going forward will be available for free to the masses. Mostly because I do need some more exposure. YouTube has been hitting pretty much every ASMR audio role player of this genre in one way or another, even the bigger creators. Just suppressing us in the algorithm, killing our views, hiding things from sub feeds. So I've talked to other creators, and I'm apparently not the only one who's been dealing with this the last few months. So it's been kind of a hassle. So I figure the more places that get traffic I can upload to, the more exposure I'll get, the more possible people who will come to my streams and my other platforms and go to Patreon and Fansly and everything else. Just simple, basic marketing tactics, as it were. If you're wondering why I don't upload really to sites like BitChute or anything like that, it's because those sites don't get a lot of activity. They don't get a lot of traffic going through. It's kind of pointless. Maybe if any of them blow up and get stuff the way YouTube and the Hub get, I'll start uploading on there. But until then, it's admittedly kind of pointless. It works good for backups of things, but not so much if you actually want engagement and traffic and views and all that happy stuff. Another quick update, just for my health. It's doing okay. Baby's doing okay. Everything's going great there. I'm hitting the point now where my lungs are kind of getting a little weak because the baby is sucking up most of my oxygen. So I get a little more winded than I have before, even just from talking. So if you notice little clips in my recordings, it's because I have to do a lot of splicing and editing, so I do have to take breaks when I record just to breathe. I can't do my long, incessant rambles anymore without losing my breath. So if you hear a little bit of splicing, it's because I have to do that, because I need to take breaks as I record and do different takes to just get some air in. So if you hear me on streams kind of sounding winded and out of breath, I'm okay. It's normal. I'm hitting that point of pregnancy where just everything is squishing together from the baby, and I'm getting just less oxygen because of the baby. So just be patient with me. All right, with all that said, all that done, here is the Patreon preview. In this one, you are a monster creature known as the legendary Horseman, and you live in a forest outside a farm, and a cowgirl is camping in your woods. And she is a very nice, sweet, curious cowgirl. So you decide to check her out, and she wants to get to know you in more ways than one. So here's as much of a preview as I can give you before it gets too inappropriate for YouTube. So just give it a listen, enjoy, and consider pledging on Patreon to support the channel and support the content. Love y'all. Stay awesome. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Nya, nya. Ada, ada. Ada, ada.
Oh, wow. Sure is mighty nice to finally have a night all to myself. Mighty nice indeed. Been a long, long while since I've gone out camping. At least on my own. It's a nice, nice break though. Don't have to worry about the farm or the ranch. None of Daddy's properties. Just me, my tent, this fire, and the wilderness. Granted, I'm not too far from the ranch. 'Cause, well, travel be getting mighty expensive these days. Plus, in case of an emergency, it's nice to be close to home. Golly, this sure is relaxing. I even got some nice music going on the radio. Nice, just low, soft, chill, peaceful music. I may be a country girl at heart, but I'm not really in the mood to be getting that kind of revved up. Just want to sit here and relax all alone by the fire. This is the life. It's so warm, too. Maybe it's getting a little too warm, I suppose. Starting to sweat here in my britches a bit. Since I am on my own and nobody else is around, I don't see why I can't get more comfortable. Let's see. There we go. Now I'm all nude. Feels much better. I can still feel the heat from the fire, but I can feel a little bit of gust of wind too, gently going across my skin. It's nice. It's real nice. I don't even think I need to go into my tent tonight. I can just fall asleep out here, under the stars, perhaps as nature intended. Well, the stars look nice tonight. Being so far from the city, I can see a whole lot of them. I don't know any constellations. You're about to learn such things. But the stars themselves are rather gorgeous. I think when you see a whole bunch cluttered together, where it looks like a single streak of light, I think my daddy once told me that's the Milky Way. I'm not too certain. This is better than television. Better than anything on my phone or anything else, because it's all real. It's all right here. It's practically magical. Wish I could do this more often. Wish I had the time. But I'm glad I get to do it now. Because this is the break I exactly needed. I've been working so hard. Going between the farm and the ranch. I only have so many hands. Though it is getting mighty late. Kinda nervous. I've heard rumors there's critters and creatures out here. They stay away from our lands. And don't bother us there, but when you go into the wilderness, into the woods, you're then in their territory. And who knows what they're going to think and do. I remember, as a child, my daddy telling me a bedtime story. The Legend of the Horseman, I think is what he called it. Yeah, the Horseman. A creature, half man, half stallion. A very, very mighty beast. However, not much of a threat to humans. More so than not, would save humans who were in danger or help a human in need if they were lost in the woods. Legend had it that long, long time ago, he was a human, a rancher, who had a favorite horse, and got on the wrong side of a witch who cast a spell on him, infused him with his steed, and in shame, he disappeared off his land, out into these woods, and he's lived out here ever since all on his own. If such a legend is true, poor thing must be mighty lonely. What was that? Sounded like a horse. But I'm a little too far from the land to be any of our horses. Is someone else's land bordering these woods? There it is again. Sounds like it's getting closer this time. Is there a lost horse out here? Did it escape? No, that'd be terrible. I don't think horses would know what to do in these woods. They're more used to open pastures. Hope it's alright. Once more. And it's closer. Sounds like it's practically right here on top of me. I don't know if it's a male or female. So, here, horsey, horsey, horsey. Here, horsey, 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 horsey. Here, horsey, 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 horsey. It's alright. I won't hurt you. In fact, I'm an expert at wrangling things like you. Getting you where you're supposed to be. Helping you. Feeding you. Caring for you. You can trust me, horsey. It's alright. You can come out. Yeah, I see your shadow. Yeah, come on out. Don't be scared. Don't be frightened. It's alright, and I have this fire completely under control. It's not gonna burn you. Oh, you are a bit taller than any horse I ever seen. And, you're standing upright, based on what I can see in the shadows. Okay. Come into the light, please. At least where I can see you through the fire. It's alright, like I said. I won't hurt you. Oh. Oh. Oh my. It's you. The horseman. Am I right? So the legends, the stories, they're all true? Golly. And here I thought I'd seen everything in life. Guess not. Are you okay? Oh. You've been lonely? So I've been right all this time. I guess not too many humans come to these parts of the woods now, do they? Well, I can assure you, I'm no threat. I'm perfectly friendly. You know, truth is, I'm rather lonely too myself. My job, even though there's other people, I do most things by myself. And it gets lonesome after a while. And as much as I love the animals, they ain't good for much company because they can't talk. But looks like you can. Yeah. Would you care to join me around the fire? Get warm? Not that it's particularly chilly tonight, but the fire does feel mighty nice. Oh, Mr. Horseman, why are you acting so nervous? Is something wrong? Something bothering you? Oh, right. I'm here full in the buff now, aren't I? Whoops. Yeah, I figured I was all alone. I'd get a bit more comfortable. Sorry about that. Do you want me to get my clothes back on? No? You don't mind? Good. I'm glad. But your face is mighty red. You've not seen a nude woman before? Not for a long time? Well, allow me to give you a good look. By the way, my name's Callie. And do you remember your name? Oh, you don't? So I just call you Mr. Horseman? Okay. Guess that works. You seem rather interested in me. Huh. You know, I'm a grown woman who works a lot and is very busy. I don't have time for relationships or even flings. It's been an awful long time since I've been close to another person, particularly a man. And I think my body's reacting a little bit to you being here. Because despite you being a horseman, you're still attractive. You've got that nice cowboy build, that cowboy body. And I know my way around horses, especially stallions and studs. I know what they're built like in all sorts of manners, including a certain area. And Golly, I haven't had that part in me in a long time. Very long time. Not from a horse, mind you. That would be very strange. But just from a man. And you haven't touched home in a long time either, have you, Mr. Horseman? How about you and I? Right here, under the moon and stars. Get all nice and intimate. We don't have to do much. But we'll do something that feels good. How's that sound? For both of us. It'll be our little secret, of course. I won't tell anybody I saw you. 'Cause some people freak out if they hear there's a monster in their area. I'm sure you know that.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This audio is brought to you by my patrons on Patreon, my subscribers on Fansly, and donations from kind viewers and listeners just like you. I'm not monetized on YouTube in the partner program, so if you would like bonus content including 18 plus audios, please consider joining the Patreon. If you like IRL and NSFW content, take a look at my Fansly. Or if you just want to feel kind one day, send a tip to my Ko-fi. It all adds up and it all means the world to me to support this channel, so I can continue to make high quality content